Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. Like and subscribe and we'll get going. Okay, we are over here in our new bots district, District 4. I have put in another little charger out front of these two gear factories, just so we've got plenty of charging space because we kind of need it. Because they're still walking all the way up here to build our battery storage, which looks like they've just completed another battery, so let's get the next one in. So there we are well on our way to, what is that, 2.8, nearly 2.9 million horsepower hours of storage. That's pretty good. Yeah, not bad at all. Down here, as you can see, we are laying in explosives. I'm just doing this one by one just to make sure I don't miss anything and make it more difficult to get to the next bit. So let's set these off. There we go. And we'll lay in the next lot. And in fact, we'll then be able to bring all of this down together. So I think we should be able to. So we'll do that. We'll set those up next. We need to come back basically to where this this set of steps is. I mean, in fact, I think no, we'll do it one at a time. Don't mess around, John. Don't make things more difficult for yourself. Okay, so that's where that is. Over here, as you see, we started to feed the power out of our storage so we could connect it up to our other districts. We've made some progress. So I've deliberately come around in a kind of dogleg around here, following the path, rather than coming straight across, because I want basically as many free connections as possible around here so that we can string it off and set in power structures pretty much anywhere we want, just following these paths. So we've got to this far, coming this way. We don't need this anymore, so let's get rid of this irrigation barrier. And then, oh, in fact, we just pause it. If we get rid of those stairs and those stairs, we can then just connect that path up. And we can get rid of that path as well. Okay. So yeah, we can bring the power in along over here, which is probably the best bet. If we want to bring it this way, we're going to have to bring it around the back of these warehouses, I think. Because obviously we've got these steps here. I mean, I could demolish those and put in single platforms, and then we'd be able to string the power basically through that gap. That's probably better, isn't it? It's more elegant than just stringing the power out the back. Yeah, we might do that. If we decide to bring the power this way, which we probably will do. I don't know what the best way of doing that would be. Probably following the paths is fine, isn't it? There's not really a problem with that. Yeah. And then we'll bring the power out this way, probably. And connect up into the back of something here, maybe. The Motivitarium would seem like the ideal choice, wouldn't it? We can just plug it straight in the back there. Yeah, that's probably what we'll end up doing. Coming this way, I have already dropped power down into this oil press here. So it's connected up to this smelter and the engine here. So we are actually, in theory, putting power back in. Yeah, oh, yes, we are. Yes. Okay, so yeah. Sorry, I was confused for a second there, but yeah, no, that is connected up to to this grid. So that is actually feeding power into these batteries. Although, with the amount of stuff we've got on this circuit at the moment, that's just stopping the batteries from draining quite as quickly. That's all that's doing. I could turn it off. There's not a lot of point in having... Well, we'll leave it on. We'll leave it on. It will feed a little bit of power back in. That's fine. And then we're going to bring it across here. And try and figure out the best way to plug it in. What height are we at? So we're at this height. So we need to either bring it up or straight out into something down here. But we'd need to try and remove some of these things first. Yeah, that's not going to be the best idea, is it? Do you know what? It's probably best to bring it up and plug it in to the front of one of these bot part factories. I assume that we can get power in and out through that there. I mean, there's an easy way to find out, isn't there? Looks good. That'll probably work. In which case we need to bring it across this way. That'll be alright. Bring it up into this corner maybe and then up. We need a scaffold. That's 5 high there, isn't it? That's not great. Although... Oh no, we're okay, we're okay. Right. So we'd come out here. And we can bring a path under there to do it. Yeah. Then, what do we do then? Because I want to bring the power down a step. Okay, no, we'll do that. We will put in that to hopefully make it accessible. Oh, I shouldn't need that. Oh, I don't know. Hang on. So, power. Right, we want the upward power shaft, bringing it that way, and we want the downward power shaft. It's green. Looks like we can build it. Okay, we'll do that then, and we'll bring the power around this way. Might even dynamite the top of this to make it easier for us. Okay, that is where we are. What is next on the agenda? It's a good question. I kind of want another monument. The next one is a tribute to ingenuity, and we need 400 gears. Yeah. We also need a whopping 600 horsepower, but that'll be fine once everything's connected. I wonder if we can put it in there. Thank you, autosave. Power connection is blocked. Okay, so if we... Right, maybe not there then. We need it there, because any further back, and that's not going to get the... not going to get the houses in. Alright, so we'd put it in here. And we bring the power down and across. Okay. Let's bring the power out. Like that. And then... Yeah, if we pop it in there, we'd need to... How big is it? Is it 3x3 or 4x4? It's 3x3. Okay. Get rid of those. Yep, that'll now fit in there. All right, and we can bring the power... I mean, I'll leave it open so we can bring it further. In fact, we could just... Nope, that one. Could just pop it there, couldn't we? 400 gears, though. All right, it's going to take a while. And it's used a third of our science points. Okay. Okay. How are we doing over here? We have our next battery in. Excellent stuff. Let's get rid of some of these paths. If I can access them. There we are. We'll come back that far. That seems fine. And we'll pop in another battery. Okay. So, we got some building work going on. Obviously, this, wherever it is, our tribute to ingenuity is going to take forever. Because we don't have the gears. We're using 40 at a time for each of these. What I'll do is I will drop the priority on that as well. Okay, how are we doing for everything else? We have plenty of bed spaces. We have a lot of unemployed beavers. We have some unemployed bots. Okay, I think we're all right. Yeah, nothing seems to be drastically short in any of these. What's that? Corn rations. Why are we so short on corn rations? Why aren't you making corn rations? Get on and make corn rations. Thank you. Okay. I will spin on for a couple of days. I don't think there's anything major we need to get to. We've got some scrap metal left over here. We've got a little bit left over here, so we don't have to worry about that just yet. I think the next thing's probably going to have to be coming across here and putting some... putting a mine on these ruins here. 4,000. And uses a lot of gears and treated planks. Yeah, that monument might take a little while. Okay, I'll spin on for a few days, probably to the start of the drought or bad tide, see what we get. Okay, a drought has started, 8 days, shouldn't be too much of a problem. We have plenty of water and food stored up, so that'll be fine. Okay, in terms of progress, we've made some. We're putting in our last gravity battery here, just waiting for the last 4 gears. That should be fine. In terms of our power connections, we've extended all the way up to here. I have replaced the double platforms here with single, so we can lay power in across that way. We just need to start connecting up and coming across here. Over here, as you can see, we have come across and around through this top section here, and we just need to connect up this one last power coupling in there, and that will connect up the industrial district with our power tower. Currently I have turned off the bot chassis and bot head constructors, just to try and balance our power a little bit before we get that connected up, because building all of this used up all of the wood in this district. As you can see, we still have no wood in this district. Not ideal. Not a huge amount we can do about it at the moment either. We just have to rely on imports for the moment. Although it looks like we've made short work of all of the fully grown trees in the settlement. Alright, so it's just going to be a case of waiting until they grow. Looks like they are growing down here at least. So that should give us a few logs. Yeah. Everything is shut up for the drought. And over here we have just connected. There we go. So we are actually currently producing more power on this circuit than we're using. Oh, not anymore. Something else has turned on. Oh, well, never mind. We have plenty of power on there anyway. Now, the next thing. Obviously, we're going to continue building the power out around here and connecting it up over here. We are not going to build the next section of the tower just yet. I have completed demolishing this section and giving us the trench for all of the gravity batteries there. So that's good. I was thinking about additional power for this, and we do have a bad water source over here. If we were to come across and put one of those, wherever it is, one of these bad water discharges on there, we could, in theory, build a little reservoir around here and then run it through a channel, just sort of out and then back, like this, filled with power wheels. It's an idea. And connecting that up to the battery setup would give us a constant flow of power. It's an idea, and I quite like it. We're not going to worry about it just yet. Why aren't you cutting these trees down? Oh, because we're full of logs. I mean, you should be exporting. Are you exporting? I don't really want to look at this. Yeah, logs are free to send out. That should be fine. But you don't appear to be. Logs. Yep, I mean, it should be able to. Never mind. Do we want more storage over here for logs? Might be an idea. Let's get some more storage up here for logs. Yeah, let's stick it in there for now. There we go. Okay. Okay, I think we're all right for the moment. I do want to think about coming across here, though. I mean, honestly, we can just bring a path across here, can't we? Okay, having just noticed that we already have a path that leads up onto this level at the back here, I've demolished all of those platforms. We'll just carry on the path this way. Okay, now, what is the best way of doing this? I think we'll bring... Yeah. We'll bring some steps up there. We'll bring the path around the edge like so. And then... we'll dynamite that out of the way. That'll get us into here, and we should be able to, in theory, if we pop in a platform there, that might let us reach down there to build wherever it is. A bad water discharge on there. Okay, we'll give that a go, and I'll spin on through the drought. Day 19. We've had 3 days of drought. We've got 5 days left. All of our batteries are in. So that gives us, what was it again? 2.88 million horsepower hours when fully charged, which obviously it isn't at the moment. I was thinking about when the water returns, maybe feeding it through here to try and get some power into it, rather than dropping it into this reservoir. See if we can rely on just this water input, these source blocks over here, to fill this up and keep this flowing. We'll see. But over here, we have come around this corner, and we've gained access to the bad water source. And we can indeed fit it. Now, we need 200 metal blocks, 300 gears, and 50 dynamite. 50 dynamite isn't a problem. The metal blocks shouldn't be too much of a problem. Although, the gears will be. Obviously, we have 67 and we are, using them. But if we come across here, I have turned this onto normal priority now. So we'll get the last few gears that we need over here. And then the last, 60 metal blocks. And that should leave us almost enough metal. And it'll just be the gears that we're waiting for. Okay, yeah, alright. Well, that's going in there. So over here, let's pop in... Oops. A bad water discharge. There we go. And then I was thinking, obviously this channel is 3 wide. If we make it 4 wide and 2 high at the side, we could fill it with large water wheels. We'd have power coming out both sides. If we made it 5 wide and 2 high, we could run a strip of platforms down the centre and have the outputs for the water wheels heading both the same way. There's literally no advantage to doing that. No, we'll make it 4 wide and 2 high, I think. So, probably come up to about this level. So give us a little sort of 3 deep reservoir over here. Might want to open this up a little bit to give us a bit more storage space. Oh, there we go. The bad water discharge is being constructed. Excellent stuff. Again, it's going to take a while. But yeah, we could open this up a little bit with explosives. Square it off. And then we've got... How are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 4 wide there. So we need to build this up as part of the wall. That's okay. Okay. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do then. So this will be too high as part of the wall. We'll bring it up to this level with platforms. And then we'll put the, what are they called? Impermeable floors over the top of those. And we'll run it out this way at that height. And then, I don't know how far we'll come. Maybe out to about here. And then we'll loop it back, drop it down. And then dump it back into this channel. And we'll fill both strips with power wheels. And then we'll connect those up. We could connect them up down here. Connect them straight up to the back of the wheels here. That could work. Okay. Well, we can decide on that. I just have to remember to leave the space around the edges so that we can actually get the power out of there, because the actual wheels are essentially 3 wide. Like that. So that would need to be, yeah. So we'd need to leave space on that side and the other side for the power to be taken off. And then obviously we're going to have to figure that in when we do our turnaround and come back. Alright, well that's something to think about. That's something to think about. I mean, not just think about, we are working towards it. It's just going to take a long time. How are we doing over here with our monument? We are waiting for the last 45 metal blocks. Excellent stuff. Right. I shall continue to spin on through the drought then. Day 22. I turned off one of our bot assemblers, and I've turned off our number cruncher for the moment. We've got 30,000 science. We'll be fine for a little while. I've turned off our bot assembler because we are very short, or were very short, on bot limbs. So I've just turned that off for a little while just so we can build up a stock again of the various bot parts. We have 13 unemployed bots currently. Thank you, autosave. But that does mean that we are currently... Oh, we were. Oh, no, there we go. We are currently supplying a little bit more than we need to the grid, which means that these batteries, in theory, are very, very slowly charging. Oh, no, they're slowly discharging now. Oh, well, never mind. Briefly, we had a little bit of charge going into those batteries. Over here, I've laid in the power from this district across to here. We just have one more to do. This currently has 1200 horsepower of demand on it. Although that's going to increase when things actually start working. But that's okay. So let's put in our last power shaft there to connect all of this up. Our statue is waiting for the last metal blocks. So we're only a few minutes away from that being complete, hopefully. Over here, the construction of this continues. Waiting just for gears now. We're about coming up to halfway through getting all the gears we need. So obviously that's going to take a little while. Yeah. Okay, I'll spin on just briefly until our statue is complete. And we actually get some power through to this section. Well, we have power to this district now, so all of this stuff is up and running again. So we'll be producing food and all of the other stuff, as well as a bit of entertainment from the Motivatorium. Yeah. That means that we are over 1,000 horsepower higher demand than supply. So that will eat into our battery storage a little bit. Yeah, you can see them dropping there slowly. That's fine. Obviously, less power will be used overnight. We might even get a little bit trickling back in from the engines we've got connected up. All of our engines on over here? They are. Okay. I mean, we've got a little bit of additional power up there. We could potentially drop a connector down onto here. Not yet. Not yet. Let them carry on the way they're going. How are we doing for logs in this district? Not great. Not great at all. Okay. Plenty of logs over here. They're just not being shipped by the looks of it. Okay. How about... Yeah, we're waiting for trees to grow all across again. Oh, looks like we've got a couple growing over here, so we should be getting some logs in over here and shipping those out. All right, well, we'll probably be okay. We have plenty of logs in storage. It's just getting them across there. Is it worth... I'm half considering switching that over to bot operation so that supplies cross over constantly. Oh, it's a thought, isn't it? We have 13 spare bots at the moment. Alright, okay, right. You are going to be bot, and we're going to have 5 workers there. So, you need to automatically send over another 5 bots to District 1, please. Okay, we now have 8 unemployed bots, but that is staffed. Okay, so that will carry on throughout the night when all the other beavers are asleep. That's good. Right. I'll spin on again. Okay, 1 day left of the drought, and we have taken enough water out of this section to drop the levels enough to kill off these plants. Not ideal. I did have the foresight to shut this floodgate, so we've kept water in this section. So currently, our mangroves are fine, and we've only got 1 day left. But that's going to be a problem, isn't it? We're going to need to do something about that, and I don't know what. Yeah. We'll have to think about that. There we go. That's the end of the drought. We did okay. Still plenty of food and water in stock. Just waiting for the water to return here. Shouldn't take too long, in theory. In theory. Shouldn't take too long, in theory. There we go. Okay, so it is returning. That's good. That had me worried for a second. Okay, so these sluices I've set to close this one and open this one. So we'll run the fresh water through here. And it will run all of these wheels to get some power back into the batteries. Over here, obviously, we are still waiting for our bad water discharge to be completed. We need another, 90 gears. I've put in steps up and around so we can start opening this up. Obviously, I've had to put steps in so we can get rid of this little nub in here. And then I'll take those steps out and demolish the remaining. Yeah. Trying to think where to put this. I think we'll probably end up putting our sort of opening into our channels about here. This will be the wall. We'll bring it up probably... where do we want to put the base? That high? So bring that up 2? Maybe? Yeah, it's probably the best bet, isn't it? So get rid of this as well, obviously. That'll be the width of it, 4 across. And then this will obviously be the other wall on this side. Yeah, that's the plan anyway. We got some explosives to set off here that I've just literally rounding off the edges a bit here. There we go. And I'll bring this section down to the same height as the discharge itself. We'll leave this back wall on here, I suspect. No reason we should, but we might as well. Or will we? No, you know what? Once this is built, we'll take out this platform and bring all of this down to the same height. To give us a bit of a reservoir around the bad water. We could even then put in some bad water pumps up here, should we need to. Yeah, and then we'll bring the levee wall across here to bring it up to the right height, and then we'll bring our channel out this way. Yeah, that's the plan there. Okay, you are returning. You are starting to turn the water wheels. Not enough to bring us any power in at the moment. But that will change, presumably. Over here we are still waiting for metal blocks. I've put it on a higher priority, so they should bring those across. Yeah, I think I probably need to turn this bot assembler back on as well. Because we are running very low on spare bots. So we'll get that up and running. Level out those numbers again. I might need to put in another bot assembler. Maybe. Who knows? I will spin on until that monument is done then, and we've got some power back in these batteries. Okay. End of day 3. I've played on for a little bit. I had to switch the sluices over to fill up this large lagoon. But our monument is in. RCE, eat your heart out. That's the strongest shape, clearly. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. So that's going to be giving us a bit of a boost. Wow. Within 20 tiles, which does cover all of these houses up here. So this entire district is getting that bonus while it sleeps, which is lovely. Over here, as you can see, I've got rid of that first little nub in there. And we've got explosives going in around the edge to deepen it. Yeah, so next episode we will start putting in the canal for the water, for the power wheels. That'll be fun. But we will leave this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Please do give us a like and a subscribe if you've enjoyed it and you've got this far. Really trying to get the channel to grow, and you can help by just pushing those buttons. Please do give us any comments down below. Thank you to everyone who does. Somebody mentioned that there was a weird thing about the builders gaining access to things over here. Yeah, I've got a whole network of paths and staircases. I have far more access around here than I thought I did, as you saw earlier when I was putting in a bridge across to let them get where they could already get. Yeah. Let's put that down to, actually, I planned ahead and meant to do that. Yeah. How are we doing with our batteries? We are gaining power. That's good. All this is filled up, I think. Yeah, so, as I say, please do give us a like and a subscribe, and please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.